folks, welcome to another Let's Talk. I'm Black Templar. Let's get on with this video. Alright guys, many of you may not know, recently GW has released an announcement that they'll be doing Blood Bowl 2020. As many of you know or may not know, there was some leaks of pages. And you're wondering, why is this got to do with Blood Bowl 3? Well, allow me to explain. When Blood Bowl 3 was first announced last year, which was 2019 or 2018, I can't remember precisely, they did say that the game would follow closely to the tabletop. And this brings up the question, how closely are they going to follow it? Because in the recent leaks that we've seen, which they're on the internet right now, whether or not GW took them down or not, that remains to be seen. However, many leaks show that many teams are taking a massive overhaul along with certain rules being changed, such as for example the passing system, where most players now, as you can see from this video, take for example, I'll make an example, like this lineman here, would struggle to make a pass. Unless you are a legit thrower, which let me check for a second, where is the thrower in this video, because I was using this to have an example for you of a thrower, unless... Yeah, here it is. This is a catcher and all that. There he is. No, that's a catcher. Oh, good grief. None of it started it, but you get what I'm getting at here. To put example, if you're not part of if you're not a passer, you're gonna struggle you're gonna have a hard time to pass, while those with the pass skill are gonna make easy. And that's not just the only thing. Certain rules have also been merged together, where they can be, used more effectively. And there's some unique skills that are being made. Also, they've changed one of the rules, which is injury. Now, we cannot confirm or deny this at the moment, guys. Like I said, they were in the leaks, but whether or not they will be changed, we don't know. So do keep this in mind, that injuries will take a change, as well as certain kickoff events have been looked at could be changed. So why am I talking about this and not talking about Bubble 3? Well, like I said earlier, it was going to be like closely linked. Now the question we must ask ourselves is, how closely will this, change be? Could it be done effectively? And I believe it can be, but it's going to take a lot of rework to do. And speaking of reworks, as many of you may not know, many of the normal teams have been reworked, such as the Halflings, the Ogres, the Goblins. They've all had a rework. And with the fact we've got a couple of new teams on the way, such as the Snotling team, the Nobility team, and the World, Overworld Order and all that. There's a lot of unique teams that are being made by GW, and this begs the question, does this mean that they're all going to come into the Blood Bowl 3 game? And when is Blood Bowl 3 likely to come out, you may ask? Well, let's start off with the all new teams. This could be a good thing and a bad thing. On the one hand, a good thing means we're going to have a bigger roster, because as many of you may not know, I play the YouTuber League, and in the YouTuber League we do have a limit of what we can use. We can't use any of the mixed teams, we use normal teams. And the fact that we're getting more teams will buff out the roster. However, the negative side of this is going to be a mass amount of DLC going to come from this, as you all know. Which is a bit of an issue, I've got to admit, but I'm hoping that when we get the new Blood Bowl 3, we should have at least, I'm hoping for, a better start. Because I know in previous Blood Bowls they've brought like 8 teams, or sometimes 10. I'm hoping for a minimum of 15 teams, so that we have a big expanded roster to go off with. And I'm hoping for certain teams to make the cut, such as the Demons, and many other unique teams. I would love to see them all, get a shot. Now, whether or not that will happen, that remains to be seen. Also, the fact is that with all these rule changes, this will be a different Blood Bowl. I mean, the rules have, by the looks of it, the rules have been taking a massive overhaul. And with new teams coming into the leagues, it also brings the question, how many teams are they going to make? And how many will get into the Blood Bowl game? Are we going to see potentially, like, let's say for example, we get 15 starting teams, and the next DLC that comes out will have like 4 or 5, and then we have the Legendary Edition where the rest come out when we know GW is done, making these teams. We're not sure. Now, the next question I think everybody will be asking is, will we see any improvements or upgrades to the game? I think we will, because they've got to bring in more rules so we can actually play leagues. You know, rework them to the way we want them, because in the YouTube Global League, we were toying around with the fact that, excuse me, we were toying around with the fact that any player that died and a loner got MVP, that someone else should get it. So at least the player was not screwed out. I would love to see that happen in Blood Bowl. I would love to see, the chance for us to make, broader leagues, make leagues a bit more fun slash, we have more control what we see and go in the leagues. Now, I don't see that happening in in the normal ladder leagues, but in the private leagues that we play, I think that could happen. Also, I would love to see also the mixed teams, go in with the normal league, because I know people will scream, oh, mixed teams are more broken, but I don't think so. I think because the mixed teams aren't that broken, they cost more, and you have to be very cautious on how you use them. So whether that changes, we don't know. Now, as far as the date goes, I'm pretty much guessing that the 2020 Blood Bowl, by the looks of things with the leaks and all that, we're looking at probably, I would say September or November. And here's why. It won't be October because GW is releasing, the Necrons and the Space Marine Codex. If you're not aware about 9th edition, do go check it out, because as a 40k player myself, I feel that's what's going to be the main focus in October. In August, I doubt there'll be Blood Bowl in August. I'm suspecting September or November. And Blood Bowl 3 potentially could be announced soon when we're going to get a date. I'm guessing, and this is a wild shot, but I believe we'll probably get Blood Bowl either Christmas time, 2020, or early 2021. That's what I believe. Sorry about this. I mean, this is pretty unedited. This is me off the cuff as always. So, yeah, I kind of feel we'll probably get Blood Bowl in 2021, because the reason why I believe that is because of the fact that Necromunda Under Hive has been announced for release in the 8th of September, and given how Focus Entertainment doesn't want to have two games going at the same time, they'll probably hold back Blood Bowl 3 probably to like next year or Christmas, while Necromunda Under Hive City gets released and all that, which I will be getting. I don't know which platform we're gonna put it on, but you guys give me a hint in the comments which one you want me to do on that one to take over for Mordheim wins, Mordheim finishes. But that's what I believe. I believe we're looking at probably, like I said, between Christmas time to early, like probably February or March, next year. That's my safest bet, because probably by then they'll want to get Warhammer to get all the stuff out, and plus any new teams they want to make, because like I said, many teams have just recently got reworked and remade, so there's some things they've got to do, and I am intrigued how this all goes. But until we get a proper look at the new rules and the potential they're going to be in for for the new Blood Bowl game, we'll have to wait. But as I said before, one of the changes I want to see is more league customization of players, because obvious reasons, and I also want to see a stadium build system in the game, because here's the reason why. Don't get me wrong, the preset stadium builds they brought in for Blood Bowl are pretty good. There's no wrong one, they are pretty good, but I would love to have a chance to make my own stadium, do what they said, the free tier stadium system, but I get to choose how I want to make it. That's what I would love to do. I would love to make my own stadium. I would love to put, for example, on the pitch. I'll use this example here on the screen. I would love to change these cameramen into a big huge spike pit. That's what I would love to do. Or make it very chaosy, very dark and very brutal, and change the sky to a different color. I would love to see that. I would also love to see a bigger campaign, which is not just the Reichland Reavers. I would love to see a proper campaign where you choose the team you want to take to the Blood Bowl, or have each of the races have their own little campaigns, which would be cool. But whether or not they do this is pretty much we'll have to wait and see. Now, as you all know, guys, we won't know all about this probably until, like I said, until we get an announcement, which I'm assuming it's going to be probably in the coming months. Probably in the next, well, I would say probably next couple of months. I would say if we're getting a bubble game, I would say October or November, we're likely going to get an announcement of saying, right, this is what's going to happen, this is what's going to be, and all that. And once we get an announcement trailer, like I said, anywhere between September to November, if they come, forgive my language, but if it comes out that time, then it's all but guaranteed it's going to be next year. If it comes out within the next few weeks, it could be Christmas. So until then, guys, we'll just have to wait and see. Very well. What is your thoughts, guys? What did you think of the fact that Bubble 3 is coming out and potentially coming out soon? What's your thoughts, and what would you love to see in the actual game? But hey, folks, that's this video. If you like the videos, please like, share, and subscribe, ring the dinner bell, and I'll see you on the next video. I'll catch you later.